attention deficit hyperactivity
ADD
disorder.
and ADHD are not real things.
This disease.
They said I had AD
Dope up millions of kids.
something. Can we have class outside?
Attention, impulsivity, hyperactivity.
You sort of.
I'm going to try to rephrase this because I'm sort of going on a tangent.
What was I saying?
To refer to ADHD as inattention is to refer to autism as hand flapping and speaking funny, because inattention hardly captures what is going wrong in development. If it's just an attention problem, why am I seeing impairments in virtually every domain? This is a developmental disorder of self-regulation, not of attention. And that is a serious disorder.
There is a giant flipping war going on inside this head.
It's not an excuse, it's an explanation.
Inhibition. There is a failure to develop appropriate inhibition. The feeling you're having is normal. That you are not moderating it is not. You have an individual who is behaving too much in their verbal behavior. There's a lot of words coming out of this individual. The restlessness. And it's a busyness of one's mind, one's ideas. The distraction is going to provoke a response, and the response can't be inhibited.
I feel like my thoughts are sort of on like a carousel in my brain.
Carousel full of pretty shiny thoughts I chase but never catch.
People with ADHD don't actually have a deficit of attention. We just struggle with regulating where it goes.
It affects your emotions. Emotional impulsiveness, defiance, argument, easily annoyed, irritability. Social problems are going to continue into adulthood. More speeding tickets, more car accidents. It is a self-regulation disorder. If you cannot manage your emotions, you cannot manage your motivation either. They cannot motivate themselves.
Procrastination.
Trouble getting out of bed in the morning.
Sometimes I drop everything I'm doing and stare at a wall for 20 minutes while my brain makes dial-up sounds.
I've always been told I was too sensitive. I cry easily, I get excited easily.
It's just been really hard to cope with it.
ADHD doesn't affect your intelligence. It just makes you have to work
It
hard.
feels like being the smartest, stupidest, laziest, and most motivated person in the room all at the same time.
ADHD is disorder of time management, the ability to plan and problem solve. People with ADHD can only deal with things near in time. And this is why everything is left to the last minute. No wonder they're always late. A nearsightedness to the future. Time blindness. Looking back to look ahead to get ready for what's coming at you. Kind of living in the now. And wherever the now goes, they are being pulled along by the nose. And so their life is a series of one crisis after another. They weren't ready on time, in time, over time, with what they needed at that time. And that alone is going to be a devastating adult disability.
My teachers were perpetually angry with me.
A lot more school failure, a lot more antisocial behavior, alcoholism, depression, and drug abuse, nicotine addiction.
Our relationships.
Managing money.
Falling asleep, staying asleep, or waking up in the morning.
I think the biggest problem we have had in convincing the general public about the seriousness of our children's disorder is the very name itself is trivial. ADHD. We got more serious fish to fry here in psychiatry than the fact that you just can't pay attention.